What's up, guys? Looks like we are live. Looks like we got a couple people here. So yeah, this is one of the first live streams I've done in like a couple years now. So I'm pretty excited to hang out with y'all, answer some questions, and show you my new setup. Um, but if you're here, go ahead and jump in the chat, say hi, ask a question. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia right now, and it's very like rainy outside. So just staying in and making videos. So pretty fun. But yeah. So yeah, I was gonna go through and like just kind of show my setup, and not much has changed in terms of like the basic stuff. Like I'm using the same computer, and like you'll probably recognize this from the background. But I've got some new gear coming in soon, and I can talk a little bit about like my process, like how I'm shooting right now, and it's pretty funny because I like took a bit of a break, like kind of like a year and a half from YouTube. And so coming back like after that long where I was making like 2 or 3 videos a week, I was a little rusty. And that first video I released a few weeks ago well, like took a while to edit. There are a lot more edits than normal. So I'm getting back into it. I'm really enjoying it though. So it's a lot of fun. Another thing that I've started on the channel is membership. So I announced that on Twitter if you follow me there. And I put like a little post in the community tab. But I'm like going to be giving out access to some more like behind the scenes content. And so if you're interested in that, like you can check that out. It's kind of, if you don't know what like memberships are, it's kind of like the Patreon of YouTube is like the best way to describe it. But it's all built in, so you don't have to like go to another platform. It's like something you're already familiar with. But I'm working hard on getting some content up there, and I think it'll be pretty exciting. So part of that is that I'll have some more exclusive live streams. I want to do one for like the public at least once a month, just kind of like hanging out, answering questions. But I'll be doing live streams for members that join on like specific training. So I've got a couple ideas like, After Effects crash courses, Premiere Pro, even like a video up there on how I edit my videos. I've done similar stuff on the channel before, and it's still live, but some things have changed since then, and I can go like way more in depth in that video. And also if we're live, you can ask questions. I can answer you right then and there. You don't have to like put a comment up and wait a while. So should be pretty cool. But yeah, so we got a couple people here. I know like people are coming in, it's the middle of the day, but also some of you all will be watching this after we stream. So if you are, what's up, welcome. But I can just run through kind of my setup and how it's working right now. I've got basically the same computer, the iMac 5K. It's a 27-inch. I believe it's a 2017. But yeah, 2017, same computer. I've listed that in descriptions. Using my JBL, I think they're JBL studio monitors, and I have, you can't see it. Let me see if I can move this. But I've got this hard drive here, and it is like my favorite thing ever because this is like a 12 terabyte RAID 5. So what that means is it's really like 8 terabytes of storage, and it's over Thunderbolt, so it's super fast. I do all my video editing off of that, and it has like backups and stuff. So I've talked about that before, and it's definitely worth the investment if you're doing a lot of like big like video editing and stuff. But I could talk all day on that. I've got this keyboard. I like make music for fun. I don't have anything like going really official, like a channel or anything. I'm just like messing around with stuff. So I've got that set up here, and same chair, same desk. another thing is that I won't like show you the room. Maybe I can pull up some pictures because it's really not that interesting because like this is like the nicest part of the room, and I've got like some decent lighting, but I've got some better lights coming soon, and that will hopefully make it look a little bit better. But it's really funny like getting into video because like I've been doing videos for a while, but like it's only been like in the last maybe I think I did maybe like last 80 videos or so. I was like doing like live video for it. Um, I don't even think it's that many, but so yeah. So I'm trying to pull up pictures because I'm very tech savvy. Let's see here, but so like I said, it's not the most interesting thing in the world. This is where I'm sitting. You can literally see like how everything's set up. So I've got this like this is my main camera right here. This is the Nikon Z6, and I just have the kit lens 24-70 on it. I got this last summer. So any video you saw, like live video you saw of me before then, was all that was all done with my Fuji. I think it was an X-T2, and that's a great like little tool to have. Let me see if I can make this. There you go. It was a great tool, but it wasn't full frame, and so I ended up selling that, and then I got the Z6, which is full frame. And as you can see, I have very fancy lighting right now. This is literally like I think it's like a $40-$50 like newer light. It's like it's LED and it's got a power supply. I would definitely recommend getting power supplies if you're doing any of this because it will like drain batteries really quick, and if you're halfway through a video, it's like really frustrating. So definitely do that. And then I have this like little soft box like cover over it. Again, this is like makeshift lighting, just kind of like making it work. I have some really nice lights coming in tomorrow. They are the Godox 60W60 something, and they're kind of like aperture 120D alternatives, but like way cheaper. So anyway, for some of you who don't care about gear, I don't have to spend time on that. But that's like the setup basically. I've got my shotgun mic, same mic. It's a Audio Technica condenser on this little arm, and then I'm using the Logitech Brio, I think it's called, like camera just to stream. And yeah, so that's like the gear for the videos that I use. I've got this little light over here in the corner just to like fill up in that corner. And then like I said, I also like make music and stuff. So you'll see the keyboard. I've got like a electric, and then right on the corner, can't quite see it, is my drum set. So this is kind of like a different angle where you can see. But this is like we moved since I last did videos. We've like my parents moved to a different house, and so I've got this whole room dedicated just to like my office, which I'm very grateful for because it's really nice having like a setup space that I can just leave, and then I can like go to my room and not have to like care about taking down gear or setting up stuff. So this is kind of back end. I'm still working on cable management, so don't judge. This like using this camera was like a last minute thing. That's why this cable is messy. And yeah, cable management is like my biggest like nightmare, but I will get better at it one day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The coolest thing about the room I'd probably say is I've got Alexa set up here in the corner, and what's really nice about that is I have my ceiling lights, and I have these bulbs. Can't quite see them. I guess you can see them in the picture. Like these fancy bulbs, and then that like this light, and what else do I have? I think that's everything. Oh, and then these two lamps, like these big and shelf lamps. All of that is run through Alexa, so she's probably like, yeah, like, we're good. So I think the fancy bulbs, that all just goes to one smart outlet. Also a hack if you're doing smart stuff, anything to do with smart outlets, is buy one smart plug and then put a like a splitter onto it, like one of those like 2 or 3 splits on it. Then you get 3 plugs for one. And that's what I did with this corner is I have these bulbs and then this little lamp are all going into one plug. So I got kind of 2 for 1. And then these are plugs here, these like lamps, and then the lights themselves up here, those are smart bulbs. And those are really great because I could put links in the description if y'all are interested. Drop a comment. But yeah, you can change like the temperature on like the color basically of those lights. You can't go to like, it's not RGB, but you can change it from like really warm yellow to like pure white. And my original reason for getting them was to use them as lighting for like filming my videos, but it just looked pretty terrible to be honest. Like they do get really bright and stuff, but having lights like directly overhead with like no nothing in between to like soften it doesn't look great. So I still use them like in the day. Like I don't get a lot of sunlight through these windows behind me, but it's nice to just be able to like switch on those lights to like daylight, and then that way it's a little more like healthy. So yeah, but it's great because I can I have like 2 different modes for all the setups. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to trigger anyone else's like smart AI thing, but yeah, so I've got one that's just like turn on the office and all these things come on and they remember all the settings from last time. And I have like one called studio mode where it like will switch off those ceiling lights, and I think that's actually it. Just switches that off. I could probably, now that I think about it, probably have my studio lights like come on, but we'll work on that. So it was probably not the best idea to do a gear setup when I don't have all the gear, but not much has changed. Not much will change with like the core setup. Like this is still going to be the same shot probably for a while. I mean, it works, so gonna go with that. But yeah, so that's the setup. If do you guys have any questions, you can drop some comments. If you're watching like after we were live, you can still drop a comment and I'll jump on there and say hey. But let me know how you guys have been enjoying some of the new content. I know it might be a little bit different. It's not like always an After Effects tutorial. Surprise, I don't actually know everything about After Effects, so I run out of ideas. And I know that's why a lot of people are on this channel. Maybe you're doing like After Effects or Photoshop stuff, but I do have a lot of content for that coming out. It just takes time to make it good for you guys. But yeah, the one thing I think I just remembered, if I go back to this, the camera that I'm using, like it doesn't have a flip out screen. Let's see if I can, obviously this wonderful quality photo. I'm like obsessed with the wide angle on by the way, like side note, this is an iPhone 11. And I use the wide angle for everything. Like the quality definitely isn't as nice as just like the standard lens on the phone, but I think it's really cool when you're doing photos like this where you really just want to see everything. And I actually used that. Like I shot a music video for a client a few months ago, and we did like a meeting a week before the shoot, week or two before, to like scout out different locations. There were like 2 or 3 spots we were filming. And so I went to the location and I took pictures just on my phone with the wide angle, and I just shot like 4 or 5, and then I put them all together as like a storyboard, and it looks like so cool. I mean, because the client really could see like what I was talking about, and like you get to see the whole location. Anyway, that was a tangent. What I was gonna say is this doesn't have a flip out screen, but you'll notice I have this little thing on the top, and this is like a little mirror. It's literally like a $10-12 accessory, and if you flip your screen flat like this, then it'll actually just reflect it, and you can at least see somewhat of yourself. It's not perfect. I've definitely noticed that like if you're not sitting like directly in front of it, like right now I'm not, but I'd have to sit like here and then like slouch to see it perfectly. But it's better than nothing. Like at least you can see, like I can still make out that like when it's recording, it's got like the little red R, or the fact that I'm like pretty much in focus and stuff. So if you're filming anything and you don't have a selfie screen, you should get that. I think it's called. I could figure out the name for you, but yeah, I would check that out. But see if I can find this really quick. Looks like it's called. Nope. It's a very hard to pronounce name. It's like a Ulanzi, UL. See if I can just put this in the chat for y'all. It was like sold out on Amazon, but I found it from another YouTuber. Anyway, I'll put it in the chat. But sweet. Well, yeah, I'm not going to make this too long. These, we'll kind of change it as once a month or twice a month. Probably won't be more than twice a month. But I'll just get on and hang out with y'all. If we have a lot of people, awesome. And we can just answer some questions and hang out. But yeah, if you missed yesterday's video, I talked about how you can automate your appointment scheduling. It's so funny having two cameras here. I keep wanting to look up. They're like right next to each other. But yeah, it's a great tool. If you've heard of Calendly or Acuity Scheduling, they're free tools. They've got paid plans and stuff like that, but it's a really good way to like stay organized for your events and stuff. So you should check it out. It's really helped me with my stuff, especially with being in quarantine. Like we've had a ton of meetings and like Zoom meetings and stuff. So being able to keep track of that while I was doing like online classes was really nice. But you should check that out. And I think that's pretty much it. So if y'all don't have any questions, I'm going to jump off. But yeah, you can always comment and say hey. I hope to see you on the membership side, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out. So I'll see you guys.